Well, guys, this is a first time for me. I normally end up between lunch and the audience, but this is the first time where I'm ending up between you guys and some wonderful giveaways, which is happening after this. I know the pressure is a lot higher for me to do this quickly. Well, it certainly is a privilege and an honor to draw curtains to such a wonderful and a very informative day. A lot of discussion topics that were discussed around security, which I'm sure you had drawn some useful outcomes from, and it's also a flagship event for us, right? And it's one of the premier events for F5, and I do hope you had a lot of informative messages in this event. Now, Cyrus talked about digital twins, right? And I just wanted to tell you a story about quantum twins. Now, last week, on the 15th of June, a bunch of scientists in China created a remarkable feat in particle science. So they created a quantum behavior called as quantum entanglement. Right? Basically, what they did was, simplistically, they created a bunch of particles which can be thousands of meters apart, but any effect or any experience on one particle is immediately reflected on the other particle. There's no connection between these two particles, right? So this is called as quantum entanglement, where this was demonstrated about a week ago, and the first work case, the workload or the work case for the use case for this particular feature was security. You can imagine the impact this would have, where you're able to change something on one side and it is immediately reflected on the other side, right? Whether you put let's say a smiley face on one particle, the smiley face appears on the other side. There's no connection between them, and this, I believe, is going to drive the next generation of highly secure, non-hackable internet. The reason I quote this is because security is such a very profound topic today. It's a topic where fundamental science is doing research, where it affects each of our daily lives, right? And that's the topic which we discussed the whole of today, and I do hope you found the various subjects that were discussed very useful. What I wanted to do was to quickly recapitulate what was discussed today. We started with Vishal, who talked about the ASEAN economy, the digital transformation that is touching every piece of industry, every bit of industry. Every industry is undergoing a major transformation digitally, and that has a lot of impact on the security-related aspects as well. The digital transformation is fundamentally driving a lot of economic changes, and that fundamental change is driving a lot of security challenges, which Cyrus expanded to how digital transformation means different things for different people, and there are different variety of channels that are being created, which about 12 plus different channels, including the ATMs, the mobile, the video, and so on, which is going to be highly impacted in the way the digital transformation is going to evolve, and all of those will fundamentally have an effect on the security landscape that digital transformation brings to the table. Now, subsequently, we also discussed about the applications which are distributed. The cloud. Sorry, you didn't have the slide which I wanted here, but the cloud is an involved. Yeah. So the applications are a fundamental aspect of what we do today. Each one of us has, whether it's a personal life or whether it's an enterprise-related engagement, there is an application which we need to touch. And these applications are highly distributed. They're evolving very rapidly. They're getting closer to us. The applications are delivered in a manner, working along with the cloud and working along with the connectivity. They are being delivered such that it is close to where we belong, and therefore they are undergoing a massive change, and that is driving a whole lot of security-related challenges for all of us, right? And how do we ensure those applications have the similar set of controls which operates them, whether on-prem or wherever they are operating. Now, along with it comes challenges around visibility, challenges around control, and challenges around the contextual behavior that we would need. So, in summary, there were a lot of topics that we discussed. If I can connect the dots across these various topics, what fundamentally stands out is the applications which are a center stage for how we operate and live in are undergoing a tremendous change, and that change is creating a lot of new needs for security-related considerations, and that is an important outcome of what we discussed today. And I hope you had the opportunity to gather from some of the speakers we had on the stage today. Okay, so I would like to, now thank a few people who contributed tremendously. Of course, we had speakers from external parties such as IDC, so Cyrus from IDC. We had Professor Lam, Henry, Bryce, Mr. Mock, as well as Mr. Keshav. Thank you all for participating in this flagship event of F5. I also want to thank each one of you as a customer, both from Singapore and those who have come from outside, to have stayed the whole day and have witnessed some of the excellent technology discussions that could happen in the security space. I also want to thank some of the other teams which has contributed to this particular event. The marketing team, which did a tremendous job pulling together this whole, the whole setup here, the marvelous setup, the great lunch which we had, and the other breaks, and of course, some of our account teams, which works very closely with each of you to ensure that you are here to witness this event.